Yes, hello everyone. This is Maablabs Tech, and today I'm going to pass you through Android app development. In this tutorial right here, we're going to learn how to store app data information. We are going to learn how to store the data and retrieve the data to be used in an in-app. We're going to learn many things in this tutorial or lesson. Things like linking buttons, learning how to use text boxes, edit texts, and creating user information layouts. The requirements needed for this lecture are you need to be knowing basic C#. You need to be having a computer with at least 8 GBs of RAM. Oh, I recommend 8 GBs of RAM because the IDE we are going to actually be using is literally a big one. If you're having, you should have, the computer must have Visual Studio 2015 or later installed, and then you should have Xamarin as a plugin installed to Visual Studio or connected. I think without much delay we should start right to the code. So this is actually what you're going to be doing today. Let me first show you the actual app you're going to be doing, but I already did it. So this is the app lesson number 2 by Maablabs Tech. So we have a form with the full name, email, phone number, and the password to be filled and then submitted. So we're going to learn how to store that data that a person has filled in locally in the device and then retrieve it. On the next page we'll be having the account information. So let me fill this page and then any password. Okay, so when you click enter and then click the register button, what happens? A toast message will show showing your name, email, phone number you filled in the text in the previous form, and then you get this layout. Maablabs Tech. Hello Maablabs Tech. Then you use account information as you filled it earlier. Well, so we didn't put restrictions in the above form, and someone can submit an empty form, so we're going to deal with it right into this tutorial. So what if I just delete all the information and then I click register? Yes, it submits the form with empty values. So you'll not have a username, email, phone number, and password, because so you'll have to deal with that. Okay, so let's begin. you need to create a new project. And if you don't know how to create a new project, you just come to File, New, File, New Project. Or you just press Ctrl Shift N. Ctrl Shift and N, you'll be prompted. I'm using Visual Studio 2019, so even later versions, it's the same procedure to create a new project. So you just select Android Xamarin, or you can search Android right over the templates that you have. Then it will be bringing you the menu of the Android of the repositories that you have that contain Android. So Xamarin Android, Wear app, XML app, and you will be selecting Android app Xamarin at the moment. So I'm not creating a new project because I'm already having my project here. And you will need, first of all, when the project creates, you'll have a blank main XML. This one have activity main XML, you'll have it blank. So for that sake, you'll have to, so right there is what's there. So the main activity actually has our form, but remember you have to create a splash screen, the first layout that pops up when the app is launched. And how are we going to do that? We are having our main activity, and it is already our main, our activity main, and right here in the activities it is linked to the main activity.cs right here. And to know that it's linked here, the above code does that. Let me first zoom in. Later, that's too much. Okay, like 120. Yes. Okay, so this code right here does the linking. So when I say set content view resource that layout that activity main, I'm actually meaning the activity right here. So everything that will be linked in this main activity is about the activity main.xml in the layouts. So after I link that there, that means that when I actually call the main activity.cs, I'm actually meaning the activity main layout. So after you creating that, or you find it in the code, you'll need to create a splash.xml, and which is this one I already have. So for it to look like that, and this is the code that I used. Actually, this is a text view. Okay, let me do that. Sorry, yes. Okay. Mhm. Okay. So this welcome message is this text view right here. So it just said unread text. That is making the attributes of the text view or the design, and to see how it, and that is how it looks when I actually use that code. So unread text, then that means the visible text to the user. Then layout width, I set it to match parent. Then height to wrap content, because I actually set the size of the text to 15 dp, or someone call it 16px or 16sp, any that you want to use. So then I set this text style to bold and italic. Then I set the gravity to center, so that's why you see the word is in the center of the screen. Then this is also a text view right here. This is a text view. No. So this is also a text view. And that is also a text view. Lesson number 2, where I see the attributes as follows. Then that logo icon, this, let you see right here, Maablabs Tech, it is a PNG logo of the company I'm working for. So you should have your image set. You should get any image. Okay, any image in your in your in your gallery or in your device. Then you bring it over there. Doesn't matter about the type of the image, whether it's JPEG or PNG or what, doesn't matter. So right here, so I say the image view. Then right here, unread source is actually defining where the image is found. So this image, right, the one you're seeing over there, is found in the drawable folder, and it is called icon. As you can see, it is found in the drawable folder and is called icon.png. So this is also text view, as you see over here, and it says unrated text. that is powered by Maablabs, the one that you see over down there. So under the font family, I set it to sans serif small caps. Then text style to bold, text color to Android color, at Android to color / hollow orange black or hollow orange dark. So you can choose your color, any color that you want, but actually I use that color. You can set it to Android to color, it's hollow purple, and that is how it looks, but pretty like it. I like it when it's orange. Okay, so that was how the splash screen was done. So I made a custom theme for the splash screen, because you might see a splash screen might be showing in a different way, maybe like this. So I have a custom theme, and that is right in the styles. Go to values, then styles, have some custom themes over here made over, and yeah, so this is attribute for the style theme. I think if you want them to look like that, to take over the whole screen, you can use this code right here. So style, the name, named it splash theme. You can name it anything of yours over here, but I preferred splash theme. Then that is the parent theme that you're going to adopt. So how are we going to actually make this our splash screen? Because right now it's an activity. Okay, it's a layout, not an activity, but it's a layout. So how are we going to make it our splash screen? So go on. If you want to add an activity right here, like you see splash disease, you come to the app, then click and come new item, then actually an Android activity, not a layout but an activity. When you add this layout, you're adding the layout that you've been using previously to make the design. So this is the activity that you need to add. So you can call it splash or anything. Don't okay. So I have it already. So this is my splash. And what happens over here? So this is the code to make it a splash screen. Before you make it the splash screen, remember the main activity comes as the main launcher, where the app, when you trigger the app, it starts on the main activity. So you have to come and say main launcher, you set it to false in the main activity. You set the main launcher to false. Then after that you come over here in the activity, that is the label. Actually, I'm going to take these to second app. Then I set my theme equal to this theme that I showed you lately that I designed. That is the art style splash theme. That's right, I don't need splash screens don't have history, so you have to set it to no history equal to true, and then give it an icon, the icon that you want your app to have. So me already have an icon, so which is add a drawable slash icon. Then you set the main launcher equal to true. So hey, so right back. Well, so right here at the splash activity, after setting the attributes over here, you should literally come and set right here slash. You see this, create your application here. Then below it, it is where you have to put your set coded view. So set coded view means that actually this activity is going to be inflating from the splash layout. So when it says set coded view resource the layout that splash, you're actually referring to this layout over here that you've been using lately, this one. So you have to be using a timer. So when you say timer, then you name it. Okay, this is a name. When I say timer, it's like, okay, it's like you declaring a data type. So you have to declare the timer. I named my timer counter. And if you want to use the timer, you have to come and say using Android and using system.timers over there. So after that, you say timer, you give it a name in a declaration, then you set timer counter is equal to new timer. Then this counter.interval is equal to 3000. This actually means 3 seconds, and that means that the splash screen will pop up for only 3 seconds and then it disappears. Then counter.auto reset is equal to false, because if I told you set auto reset to true, that means that sometimes the splash screen will just loop, the application will loop at the splash screen and actually not. So counter.elapse plus or equals to object sender elapsed event args. So then right here you're actually saying when the counter has elapsed. That means that when 3 seconds have surpassed, what actually happens? You should start the activity next that you want to start on after the splash screen pops up. It might be a login activity, it might be a registration activity, or any other activity. But right now we're dealing with our main activity, which has the form that someone has to fill. So actually we showed we are going to start activity, then type of main activity, then counter at start. Actually, so when the time has elapsed, it will start that activity. So after you do that, you can run your app at that moment and you will have a splash screen pop up. Then bam, to the main activity. Right now, okay, let me run the app. So as we are running, let's be doing some other stuff. So we're going to the main activity, which is the activity that you're seeing right here. We are having a form. So this is a text view saying fill the form below. How do they create that? As I say, you create a new, you come here, you can come and use it to search books, type in text view, then drag and drop it anywhere on your form. So, and after name that text view, please fill the form below. Then this is also a text view, you can drag and drop over here. Then this one is actually an edit text of a name. You just type name, person name, and then you drop it here. Then another text view for email, then you type in email for the text fields, then you put it here. Phone, they actually emulate it over here if you don't want to code. So phone, you put it here, then password, then a button over here. So then a button, you drag it anywhere on the phone. So actually what is happening for the full name, it's just text without but the actual text that you want to refer to is the text being filled in by the user of the application in these text fields. So this is the person name, edit text. Where is it? So our application has finished debugging and it will pop up right there. So after 3 seconds have passed, you'll be on your main activity like that. Terminate. So when you click the application, splash screen for 3 seconds, then you will be on your main activity. Well, which is a bad. So your main activity will be blank without this form because you actually haven't yet done it. So, and that is what we are going to do right now. So why don't we end our lecture, our first lecture, right here and start over making the form in the next lecture. Thank you, and subscribe if at all this lecture is useful to you.